Ment2BeWell Summit is created by three incredible women, Ambreen, Valerie and Andrea. The main objective is to bring together experts from around the world to raise awareness about the importance of holistic well-being. This summit aims to explore the multidimensional aspects of well-being, including physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. This isn't just any event. It's a unique, global summit marathon designed to cover all time zones across the globe. We created this event because we genuinely care about you. We believe that everyone deserves to thrive and live a life of well-being. This summit isn't just about learning, it's about transforming your life. Our speakers are dedicated to inspire, uplift, and help you tap into your full potential. Join us, and let these world-class thought leaders guide you toward a higher level of mental, physical, and spiritual well-being.
Hello and welcome back again. And this session, I was looking forward to it because it is very different from the rest of the sessions. And in this session, we're going to give you some sound experience. This, sound always has the transformative power, and it can be used as a tool to unlock the deeper levels of mental well-being and consciousness, from healing frequencies and sound meditation to practical application in daily life. And we will talk about it, all those things. And that's why we have Patrick with us. He is a visionary founder of Sonqo's world, and he is also known as a conscious architect. And today we're going to talk about sound experience. So welcome, Patrick, and welcome, Stacey, also. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Ambreen. Such a pleasure to be here with you again.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about the sound experience, right? And because sound is very powerful tool, because it can create certain frequencies and vibration, and which can impact our well-being. So just let's start the discussion. What is your experience of sound impacting the mental and emotional well-being?
So let's talk about my personal experience and how sound and music came to me.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I always enjoyed the sound of music, and I was very blessed that my parents were very eager on putting me through music school. I loved singing from a very early age, and I always noticed that sound and music had an impact. So I was always intrigued by sound and by the vibration. And of course, later on in life, I learned that music is essential. And we also know that actually the body within the cells now has a sound. Oh. And it's pentatonic, which is funny because most music, of course, is in 8 notes. But actually, the sound within is 5 notes. And this is the kind of instruments that I'm playing now. And so sound is just, for me, one of the most important things. And I know when I want to be lifted up, I listen to music, or I play to music, or I listen to my jungle orchestra, all the insects and the birds and whatever sound you're hearing. And yes, over the years, that there's a lot of proof. But for me personally, if I would say what is my essence, what is my ingredient, I love recipes. For being uplifted, for being who I am, it's definitely sound. So I choose the sound carefully too. I can't do heavy metal and all that stuff. It doesn't mean it's not good music. But I'm more into, I love also jazz and bossa nova and reggae and popular music and classical music. But in general, for me, it's the vibration of music. And I know it has a healing effect, but also it changes our frequency. And we talked about this a little bit yesterday as well. So I know for myself, when my vibration is low, I'm negative. I can be depressed. I can be whatever, angry. But when my frequency is high, I'm happy. So the sound is affecting also our mood, which is related to mental health. And not only our mood, but also our state of being. I'm very much into the state of being, the practice of it. And apart from music and vibration, what goes with it is then it expands our consciousness. And then I feel when I'm in that higher state of being, not only in a meditation, I have a choice. And often that choice, and we mentioned that yesterday too, that takes me into that presence, being fully here. When I'm fully here, then I'm connected. So in a way, this is my secret recipe for life. And of course, it all goes through the heart for me. But the sound, the music, the vibration for me is the essence of everything that determines everything else.
Yeah, amazing. I didn't know about this, that our cells also create sounds. This is something new to me. So what frequencies, I mean, you say that it creates, like our cells produce some frequencies which should be aligned with what music we listen or something.
Right. I mean, I don't know what frequency the body has, but there's now different kind of frequencies. 432 is supposed to be the natural and the healing one.
Yeah.
When we do recordings, it is all on 432. Of course, all the frequencies have a different meaning, especially in healing.
Yeah.
What is important for me is that, in a way, also the intent, the state of being that goes in. So the frequency is not necessarily a hertz. The frequency is matching the highest consciousness that we can have, the highest state of being. And of course, in regards to the body, it's also about harmony, because we know that a lot of illnesses and dis-ease comes actually from conflict and from imbalance. So through music and sound, we are creating a natural harmony. And maybe that goes sometimes in different, because it's not about, maybe sometimes about the hertz that we use, it's about creating and having the intent for that balance and for that harmony.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. And what are the, basically, you said that you're fascinated by the sound of, like, especially the science behind it. So what is the science behind, like, how the frequency impact our brain, or what is the, I would say that, what is the science behind it? Like, maybe the binaural beats of solfeggio's frequency influence like different brain waves or something like this.
I'm not so much into science, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
The heart is not so much into science, but in any case, of course, there was Emoto, who started doing all these experiments with the water and freeze it. There was that famous movie, What the Bleep Do We Know, where it all talks about the impact that sound, language, energy has on the physical body. So that kind of science is sufficient for me, and the science of experience. I don't need a reason, because I feel if I look for a reason, I could 100 reasons, and maybe they're conflicting. I feel it's more about what resonates, what is true to me. There is always a little science, obviously, that is useful. But yes, of course, if I listen to heavy metal, it's not, but then I feel like that. If I listen to classical music, if I listen to smooth jazz or reggae, I feel cool. So there is a science to all of this, but I have not studied the science.
Okay, yeah, but of course, but of course, it has some
it has a lot
deeper level. It influences our mood. I mean, it happens to me also. Like when we are like when I'm sad, but I listen to some happy music, it does give me some happy vibes. It changes my mood. Or sometimes when you want to be active, you listen to some kind of a hard rock or something, maybe a heartbeat or something. It does make you feel alive, or to make you move. It's just like it's something that those frequencies that maybe vibrates, it creates a vibration in a cell that that want to move. So that's how it is. It impacts. And you also said that you find some peace in the getting the sound from the jungle, and I really like these natural sounds, especially like the chirping of the bird. And there's a also in the night there is a cricket sound of a cricket. I really like that. It's
and
like
tree frogs. Yes.
Yes, it's so peaceful. And when I'm there, it feels so good, especially when we usually go out in the nature, especially in the night, away from the city life, and spend like sometimes in the outskirts, like where there's nothing, and but you just listen to the sound. It feels so connected. And when you look at the starry sky, it looks beautiful. It just takes away all the stress. So I'm sure there is some magic in all those sounds that birds or insects create. Right?
Exactly. And of course, also the sonic pulse, for instance, of whales, the
Yes.
water animals, the dolphins, all of this sound actually is incredibly, incredibly important. And it has an impact on us. I mean, they're using the healing sound of the sonic sound of whales and dolphins for healing, but also for higher states of consciousness.
Yes.
So it is just so incredibly beautiful. But what I want to say about science for the final, it's good to have science as a little bit of background, but I feel it's also important, don't let science limit your uniqueness.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So I actually want to hear the instrument that you brought. I was looking forward to it because I really want to see it. Fascinating.
All right.
So,
we thought we're going to do something different. So
yes.
first of all, I want to open a little sacred space, and Ceci is going to help us here. This is the monochord. And I want to invite you into the 5 elements and then into the heart. You can close your eyes or keep it open. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
And so let the sound of the monochord take us into the element of fire.
Wow.
Your passion, your heat, the passion that brings us together, the passion that burns away what no longer serves, the fire of our life. And I'm inviting you to connect to the air, the lightness, the breath, the magic of being able to breathe and being alive. And all the beautiful animals that are living in the air. And then I'm inviting you into the water, the oceans, the rivers, the waterfalls, the lakes. And just to connect to that beautiful movement, to that natural rhythms, and to the sound and the sonic magic and pulse of the whales and the dolphins and all other animals. And I'm inviting you into the earth, the beautiful element of matter, but also magic, of growth, of grass, of fruits, of trees, that joy, that harmony, and that beautiful connectedness that earth gives us to ground and to live here. Then I'm inviting you into your heart, the element of love and your heart. And this is our sacred space for today. And now focus on your breath. Just be very conscious as you inhale and make a pause. And then exhale and make a pause. Just be conscious of this natural rhythms. Inhaling this beautiful sacred space and exhaling all that doesn't serve you any longer. Inhaling again that beautiful sacred space and exhaling all that stresses you. And enjoying that pause and inhaling again this beautiful sacred space. Enjoy the pause and exhale all that's heavy in you and dense. And now, as we're breathing again, on the next exhale and the pause, we're going to fall into the heart. So inhale again, pause, and exhale. And then in that pause, fall into your heart, into the middle of your chest, a little bit to the right. Let your mind fall into your heart and just be here. And notice now how everything is connecting in love, in peace, in harmony. Yourself, that light that shines in you, but also your whole being. It is just here in your heart. The mystic heart that allows you to connect, to bask in that interconnectedness with all there is. The peace, the harmony, the love. With that infinite self that you are. And now allow yourself to go even deeper. This is your cosmic heart. The cosmic heart that expands your vibration, your consciousness. And now notice you're having access to this mystic heart, and cosmic heart, that connectedness, that consciousness, that vibration. Anytime. Right here, right now, in that meditative state and sound. But really, never leaves. Just know it's always available. You always have access. Just connect now to that joy within you. And it's also without you. And so slowly, knowing that you have it all, always access, always with you. Bring your attention and your focus back into your breath. Very conscious again, inhaling, the pause, exhaling, and the pause. And very slowly, when you are ready, if you have your eyes closed, blink them open now and smile.
Amazing. I love that. You actually relaxed me. I was so much, it was so stressful over the last few days, and it was amazing. I love that experience. I think it would have been much better that if we had done it in, in-person events. It would be an amazing event. And I love the way you played. What is this instrument called? You said
These are they're all called Native American pentatonic flutes. This is a monochord.
Monochord, okay. I love
Ceci
that
has a
sound.
monochord, and then she has a sansula.
Okay.
She played that as well. These were the two instruments she played for us today.
Mm.
And mine are different pentatonic flutes, different pentatonics, different everything different. Yes.
Okay, it's different from the normal one. She's asking that it's different from the normal one, right?
Yeah, Valerie is asking again. So these are pentatonic flutes with different kind of with different kind of tuning, but also different pentatonics. Mm-hmm. So the first one, the big one that I played, is a Native American pentatonics. Mm-hmm. And the second one is called a South Wind pentatonic. So it's a very different one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know exactly where it comes from, but it is different. But it's always based on 5 tones. I have 15 flutes like that.
Yeah.
We have here.
Yeah, the Matthew is saying so that is wonderful. Thank you, love your Native American brother and sister. Help the Irish. Yeah, it's not the native. I think you're basically, Patrick is from the New Zealand, right? And then now
I live in New Zealand. I'm a New Zealander. I feel like a Jamaican. I lived in Europe. I lived in Indonesia. And for the last 11, 12 years, I'm in Peru. And for the last 6 years in the jungle of Peru.
Oh, wow. I mean, I love that part of the jungle of Peru because it's so close to nature, and how many people get the chance to live so close to nature. So love it. I know the entire experience that you created, I just loved it. And I'm so relaxed, seriously. I mean, literally. What do you think, what is actually it did to us? Does it, when we are into this state, does it enlighten our awakening or consciousness? Yes. How does it impact? I mean,
yes, I feel all of the sound experiences that we do face to face, as you said, and also online, it's about awakening. It's awakening experiences. So it's not a therapy, it's not a fix, it's not a solution. You don't have a problem for me, you're just wakening up. And so all of the music that we play is intuitive. I could compose and write it, but it comes once. So it's really in that moment, and it just brings really what is necessary for one to wake up wherever they are at. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the awakening is going to your space. It's going to your state of consciousness and to your vibration. When you start relaxing, well, you're already halfway there. But yes, it clicks something. You might notice that later on in your day, you can easier come back to that state. You also may have a lot of self-realizations. This is what happens to people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not only in that state of the sound experience,
Mm-hmm.
but your awakening takes a different level. Whether it's on a spiritual level, whether it's on a physical level, because, hey, I have this pain, but maybe it's not what I think it is. Maybe it has an emotional reason. Hey, I'm feeling depressed, but when I listen to this music, I don't. What has changed? So it's more about, we create those awakening experiences so people can find out for themselves. They can make their own choices. This is the power. It's not me predicting what somebody is going to do. So we don't give a prescription. So now you're doing this and now you need to feel this. No, you do it, you feel it, and you find your awakening keys in it. It's like a recipe, as I said.
Yeah.
It definitely raises your vibration. So what you're going to do with it on your journey of awakening, of course, when we can then integrate it and talk about it, it becomes easier. So in your state now of relaxation, Ambrin, you can do things in a different way because you also have now expanded, in your case, your presence. I can see that.
Yeah.
Your presence has just gone like this from this.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you see, it has different kind of connotations for everyone. And this is the beauty of the sound experiences and music. I don't use any psychedelics. We don't work with ayahuasca. For me, music is actually the medicine.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I can feel it. I mean, literally just this. But I want to ask that, like, how can we access in our daily lives? We cannot ask them to, to play with us every time to get into this.
But I post on YouTube almost every day a short video with the flutes. We also put meditations up there. And of course, you can contact us. I mean, we can just record a meditation for someone. So this is the magic. So we have a little conversation. Where are you at? What are you looking for? And we can actually create it for you. Of course, we also have online programs. We have retreats, and all of them include our music. All of them.
Wow. Yeah.
Because music is really one of our main ingredients for the recipes of awakening. And this is the architect, the conscious architect of New Earth. So we are here to create that environment for all of us to really awaken and to live in more consciousness, in presence, in choice, in that high vibration that we can all access. It's possible.
Yeah. Valerie is saying would love to play with you sometime. Yes, definitely.
Happen.
Yeah, we will actually create some kind of retreat with you, and then we'll definitely have that kind of these sessions with the music. And I love that. I mean, the kind of, and she's like, Heather is also saying that sound healing is a healthy way to process life lessons and experience. I mean, I think it takes away the tension or the stress very naturally and automatically. So I think
exactly. So for instance, in one of our online courses that we have already launched now, it's the art of letting go to create from the heart. So letting go is something that everybody wants to do. It goes from Buddhism into all kind of religions and all kind of spirituality. And letting go is much easier through awakening experiences with sound. So whether you want to release with a flute and the instruments, you want to release the heaviness and density, it works.
Yeah.
Of course, then what we're going to do with it, and this is how we have little short courses with only 3 sessions. So we figure out what's happening. Then we do an experience like a bombshell, like releasing heavy energy, like a phoenix experience where we really rebirth. So we have different systems to retrieve soul parts that are missing. It's all with sound, but always integrated. So when you have let go of something, what then can you create? Because now you are free. So the praxis, the integration is always very, very important. Yes, greetings from
Heather. Thank you. Cece, you've done amazing work, literally. And yes, music is so powerful. And I think it's all about I think music is all about the energy and the frequency and vibration, because it creates vibration that actually impacts us, our, especially the consciousness and the awakening. It does actually creates kind of it influence our consciousness that help us awaken, I guess, and help us enlighten. And I think this music is the language of the soul, I guess, because it does,
like that.
it touches the soul. Yeah, it's like it
Yes.
doesn't impact only, it doesn't have words, but it does have some frequencies and something.
Yeah. And I feel, when words fail, or when we overtalk something and we get too mental, when we come into this space of sound, it changes.
Yeah.
It's like when we get to the end of our mental understanding, and I'm often at the end of my mental understanding. It's like, I don't get that, but it's happening. You couldn't make it up. I actually couldn't do a lot of things. It's the sound that allows us to access these higher levels of consciousness, the higher vibration, the connectedness, and also the presence. The sound is just magic for that.
Yeah. So what do you foresee to be the future of the sound in the wellness? I mean, nowadays it is like, especially like it is in the mostly in the spiritual healing, but it's still not very much known, right? So what do you expect? What do you foresee?
I feel there's much more sound coming, whether it's the sound of the whales, whether it's binaural sound, whether it's electronic sound as well, whether it's voice, whether it's instruments. I just feel that sound in general, in the whole world of awakening of the new earth and healing, I feel that sound is absolutely crucial. We cannot access certain levels of consciousness or presence or higher vibrations without sound. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So I feel there is much more coming. And you can see that if you go on YouTube, many people who do meditations, they put sound. If this is their own sound or if they use another one, you can see that sound becomes very, very present. And there's, of course, this lady Mailan. She also sings Pakistani guy.
Okay.
Ali. And I mean, they're absolutely fabulous. Of course, it's spiritual, you could say in one way, but they have gone viral. They do now concerts all over the world. So there is a huge rise in understanding that sound is a key to access who we truly are, to our awakening, our healing. And it plays a huge role, I feel, also in mental health. When we work with people with trauma or with depression and all of that, we really feel a big shift happening.
Yeah. So I want to understand that what exactly is, like, what does a sound, what does like the sound plays a role in, like, healing? What does it do? Does it like release the energy, or does it trigger the energy? What exactly do you think it does to a person to get into that state?
I feel it's different things. It releases, for sure. So you can release heavy energies like in sound healing. I feel it also activates. So it gives access. It gives access to the self that is veiled, that is hidden, the shadows. I feel sound is allowing us mainly to release and to access. I feel that's the two main things. What we can't access with logic and rational mind, we can access with music, the heart, and the soul.
Yeah.
And music is the key.
Yeah, I know. Like, so other than that, like, I know you just said that you also post some videos and that. Other than that, like, what can we do to actually, how can we integrate this kind of music in our daily lives? Like, do you think that we can listen to like normal, simple, slow music? Does it have the same impact? But or do you think that only like these kind of instruments have the same impact? What we can do for the day in the daily lives to integrate these kind of music to feel more awakened and relaxed.
In your morning meditation, you can add that kind of music. We are not the only ones who do that kind of music. Or for instance, in the morning, put on some whale sounds or some of our music or some other. But I really feel that kind of music, the the pentatonic, that music that actually is activating, that is accessing our higher potential, our self, that is releasing, I feel that music is very important. It's specific. I mean, I love dancing, I love music, we listen to music all day long, but it's not the same.
No.
Okay, so if we really want to go into higher levels of well-being, if we want to have a higher frequency, higher presence, higher consciousness, we need this kind of music.
Oh, yeah, because I think, yes, it has certain frequency or it has some effect which can actually bring about the healing in the person, right?
Exactly. And so it's important, again, we are all unique. You may resonate to the whales and somebody else resonates to the flutes and another person resonates to something else, but it is that kind of music that that does that. So it's not one own for everybody, but it is important that you have music that releases, that heals, that creates that harmony, because that is the healing. When we are in harmony, when we're on a high vibration, are well, and it applies to mental health as well. So we've done a lot of that.
Absolutely. I love that monotone very much. I think it has some significance in kind of a Sufism or something, especially in the Eastern physiology. I don't know. It's called. This is something different, but I've seen like the kind of a guitar thing, which I don't know the name of it, but it has like a lot of Sufis actually play this music, and I've seen like a lot of like now. The religious also type. It's not that I would say religious, but it's like the most of the Eastern, like Sufism and all these things, even the Indian part or the like Arabic culture also have that kind of thing. I don't remember the name of this, which looks like a guitar, but it has the same sound, which was like the monotone.
It's similar to that. All cultures all over the world have this kind of music. It's not about North American, South American, whatever. No, you have Japanese pentatonics, you have Indian, you have Arabic. I actually have an Arabic pentatonic as well.
Oh, wow, okay.
And Sufi, I mean, this music has been in indigenous people and in all cultures.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is accessible. It is accessible.
Yeah.
So,
do you access about all this ancient wisdom, and especially from there? Because if we look at the ancient wisdom, also it also has certain like music and everything. So how do you integrate that wisdom from here?
Yes, for me, and this is personal now, but we also do that in our awakening experiences with the people. It is also about accessing wisdom through the different cultures. And of course, then in integration, we ask them, what messages did you get? For me, when I play, I am empty, but I become also an instrument. And for me, that kind of music gives me access to a lot of wisdom. You know, I love the Hawaiian wisdom, the Arabic. I love all the cultures and the cosmos, of course, as well. And it is actually the sound that gives me also access to that wisdom. And that wisdom is often what gives us the choice to step out of suffering. It's very interesting. We find that with our music that we're bringing to people and the sound experience, they make the choice to step out of suffering. This is awakening.
Heather is saying sitar and guitar. Like sitar is also, but there is I think tambola or something. I don't know, tambola or something like this. I need to see from one of the. I listen to that music also sometimes, but I don't remember the name. It's
I don't remember
tambola or something. Tambola or
something like that.
Something. Sitar is also like that. It is also sitar. It comes from the Persian side, like Iran and something like this. But the Middle Eastern or the Arabic culture has a tambola or tabola, something like that.
Exactly. But all cultures have pentatonic music and this kind of music.
Yeah. Okay.
But I know we're running very, very late, but I would like to give a little activation into your well-being potential.
Sure.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So I feel we're already in a good state.
Please go
ahead. I would invite everybody just to close their eyes.
Okay, I would love that.
And I would like all of us to tune in to that infinite and boundless potential of our well-being. And we're going to transpose that and express that in the sound that is coming through. That well-being that brings us all together, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. And just allow this potential of well-being to flow within you and through you. Access it, love it, embrace it. Your well-being is also your awakening to you, to self, to new earth, to consciousness. And so slowly just come back, enjoying that taste of the potential of your well-being. When you're ready, open your eyes and smile.
Oh, amazing. Love that. I love that session. I think it should be the last one, so I wouldn't have to go back to that. But then I just have one more session after that. So I just enjoyed it so much. I can't express my gratitude to you. It was so amazing. Thank you so much. I'm sure that audience must have enjoyed it as much as I did. So thank you for playing the very beautiful music, Cece and Patrick. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and we see you soon.
Yeah, thank you. And those who want to connect, please, I'm sharing his LinkedIn LinkedIn link and also his website. So please get in touch with him, and if you want more advice. And I know, Patrick, it's been like you are one of the very few very early connections of the LinkedIn, and from there on we have such a wonderful connection. So thank you so much for always there and helping us out. So thank you. And
thank you so much.
Hope to see you in another event.
You will. And thank you so much for the audience to be open to enjoy what we have today.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.